3 years. 3 years is what took Riot to give the most stale map in the entire game some changes and some love again. It's coming back and it's coming better than ever, as it was confirmed by Kingdom Laboratories on Twitter that it is getting some changes. But now, what are the actual changes, you might be asking? Well, it's not 100% confirmed, but we do know some of the changes that are coming, and we've known them for 6 months at this point, and you've never noticed. They're in the cinematic insertion, or more specifically the console release of Valorant. I'm going to give you a run through them while showing every change on the minimap version. I'll explain what issues they fix, and I will tell you exactly why the changes are good or bad. Some of them are really interesting, so I suggest you stick around till the end of the video. And the first change is that Riot are adding these 2 small boxes. One even has a barrel. The first is that it gives you a headshot angle when you want to clear the site, and the other one prevents you from fully tucking. The next change they're doing is adding these barrels to cut off an angle, and also adding this box. This is to remove the stupidly broken 50-50 angle, which in return makes retaking the site way easier. The guy on top of the box is also exposed to CT, but allowing you to go on top of this box breaks some stuff, which I'll explain later. As for the barrels, you either have to expose yourself to market or be wider to expose yourself from the guys coming CT. The next change they're doing is adding this box and a barrel that you can stand on top of. This gives you an actual defender sided angle, the same way how dice works. As far as the cinematic goes, it looks like when you're standing on top of the barrel you should be getting a headshot angle. I'll give my opinion on this later in the video. There is also this small box added, which enables the player logs to get to safety quicker. It also helps the attackers to clear the new box. The last significant change I noticed was that they removed the boat that stopped you from getting cover when you want to pick B main, which really helps the defenders. Lastly, there is a small box and a jump boat that seems to be there to counter the molly shredder, and for main there are these boxes all over the place which don't add any meaningful change. Moreover, they introduce more problems. So why are all of these changes coming, and what do they do? Well, the biggest issue with the site is that it is really hard to retake.
Crouched up, this is unorthodox in terms of the angle, and of course it is!
Obviously, with the addition of the barrels, it makes it easier to cross this section as the angles are much more separated, but you already know that. My issue with the box is that it's going to be really hard for the attackers to actually push the site. Not to mention the guy playing switch and the guy playing behind the newly added cover. So keeping it blocked off should be the safest bet. I also don't like that this is a headshot angle because you have to clear 3 individual angles when the defenders can do whatever they want. Just make it so the guy on top of the barrel can only tuck. The other problem with the site is the late post-plant lurker. Clearly Riot tried to fix it in some shape or form, but only adding 1 box doesn't really cut it here. The easiest fix that you could have done is pushing this wall closer and then adding something in the way here, so that when you want to fight the guy's stairs, you are not exposing yourself to him, but you're still exposed to lane. Now for the new side cover, it's really good. Normally what you would see is that on a normal site, you have a lot of traversable positions when you get smoked off. Take A for example. You can traverse between Gen, Dice, this box, and then Hell as well. And for the 2 corners on B, the path was just way too long and you could get easily timinged. With the new box and the new cover, it allows for the guy logs and the guy switch to get to safety way quicker than before, which makes the site easier to defend but way harder to attack. But why are Riot adding so many angles? Why are they making it harder to push when clearing boathouse is still a pain?
This shit, I'm out.
Well, these are probably not the only changes that are going to happen, and what I specifically think that will happen is they're going to remove the ability to spam this wall. They're also probably going to make main harder to contest for the defense and easier to attack for the attackers, so that way we can make the site easier to defend. They're also probably going to change boathouse in some way. I honestly don't know how they're gonna change it. They could push these walls closer, but honestly, I'm putting my money that they're gonna entirely remove boathouse. I don't know why. I have a feeling, okay? I have a feeling. Now go subscribe.